This conference will now be recorded.
You are able to do the exercise I uploaded here, all of you. Upload the exercise for arrays and list. Okay. Any questions? You can email me. So there's an exercise document I uploaded yesterday for arrays for S object, arrays for loop, and list. So this is a document. So declare the array with the values like a static initialization. Okay, and initialize the array with the names and display the first name in the log, display the third name, total number of names, display the last name. People will able to do this. And array of S object, it means the array of contact, right? Array of case record, array of lead record. Okay, once you once you declare the array of S objects with values, then how to display every lead record one by one? How will you display? Using the for loop, a traditional for loop, right? And here we are going to display the opportunity records with this array of the opportunities with these values, and then how to sum up all the opportunity amount. So this is an example for array of S objects with for loop. Again, there is a separate document how to use for loop. Okay, so try to complete this. You'll get a good confidence over the array concept and list. So this is a the basic syntax of list declaration. That's the first question. Then you will declare the list of integer and do all this against the list of integer. These are the integer value you're going to store in the list, and remove the second and fifth element. How will you remove it? By using remove method, and get the fourth element. How to get the fourth element? Get method. So get, you will pass the index for the fourth element. Index of the fourth element is 3. Am I right? Index starts from 0. Replace the last element, last instance of 125. It means you will pass the instance into the set method and along with that value. Okay, so how to initialize a list while declaring, right? So this was the exercise document I uploaded. So list is a predefined class. This list is a predefined class. And how will you define a list? List is a group of ordered elements. It means the order of insertion, the same order you insert, you can get the element, you can retrieve the element. And array is a dynamically increased. The size will be increased and decreases when you add element and when you remove element. And how to declare a list? A list of data type list name. And you will allocate a memory for the list by using a constructor method of the class list. So this is a constructor, right? Name of the class and open and close back. I mean the method. So using new keyword, you allocate a memory, and list as instance methods using which you can process the list, adding element to the list by using add method, and remove the element in the list based on the index. The index starts from 0. To remove the first element, you pass index 1. To get the particular element, we pass the index of that element and get the element. So the get method is going to return the element. Okay, so I can store into a string type here. How did you decide the data type of the element? The data type is referred from the list type. So every element in this list is going to be of string type. So when you get any element from this list by using get method, where you will store? You will store it into the similar string variable only. Got me? So people has to put mute, right? And people able to follow this, right? So if I'm going to get the list of integer, if I'm going to get a element from a list of integer, then here is going to be integer. If I'm going to get an element from list of decimal, then it's going to be a decimal. So every element in the list here in this case is of string value, so we are going to store into string variable. Yes, I muted. And add element to the particular index. Adding element to the particular index, right? That means I already have some element into the list. How to insert element to the particular location, particular index? Okay, so we'll specify the index in the add method and then value. So there are two add methods. One is to add the element at the end. Another method, based on index, we can add the element. Got me? And what about set? The index you specify. So whatever element in that index already, that will be replaced with this new element. So replacing the value, setting the value, set method. Okay, add the element, add method, insert element, add index, and specify the element here. And how to check whether element is there or not? Contains, right? Contains method. You pass the element here. So this is a method which will process the list based on the value, right? The other method, you'll only pass the index here, right? Index. But here, even to remove the element, we don't pass element here. We cannot match the list with the based on element, basically based on index only. But here we have a method here. We'll pass the element and then it's going to return a boolean true or false. If it is element is found, then it returns true, else false. Okay, and we have a size method is empty to check whether what number of elements in the list and whether the list is empty or not, and to clear all the elements. And we have add all method. We pass not one element, we pass the entire collection here, another list here. So from cities list, all the elements will be added at the end to this cities too. Pardon me. From the cities list, all the elements will be added to cities too at the end. So the output will be Madurai, then Hyderabad, Chennai, Bhubaneswar. That will come. Okay, and we have two constructed method in the list. One is to allocate a memory without argument. Another is to copy the element from one list to another list. So I am creating a new list with the elements of the list from the element from list 2. Okay, so here there are two lists here. The new cities is a new list we are creating. When you create the new list, I would like to have all these elements from cities. So pass the cities here and create this element. We'll go to this. See, all of you, I need not upload the notes in front of you also, right? Right after the session, I will upload it. How will you find out? Just check the date, recent file, right? Recent file is going to be your file only. Okay. So yesterday I uploaded list here. Right after the class, I uploaded, and followed by exercise document I uploaded. Okay. So it's always going to be here only. So just check the whether recent date is there. What is the recent file? So that's going to be your file. Okay. Right. List of S object. So as we have seen, a list of object type, Salesforce object type. So S object is nothing but Salesforce object that you referred in your Apex environment. Object you can you refer in your Apex environment is called S object. List of count. All right. That's how we'll declare your list of S object, list of contact. Be sure. I think it's maybe an audio issue from your side. Try log out and log in back, or check your audio settings. I believe all of you are able to hear me, right? Others? List of.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Cases. Okay. So like this list of. What is this? Is a custom objects. Okay, right. So how will you use the list? It's a class, right? So you need to allocate a memory by using constructor method of the list. So new. See, we are not doing anything new here. Whatever we have seen in the list of primitive type, we just change the data type. That's all. Everything else is going to be same. Okay. You should not look into this list of S object type as a new concept. This is not a new concept. This is not a new topic. Only the data type is changed. Okay. Please remember that's a common the mistake or something we make. That's a common understanding. Everyone will do. Some of the students will do. When you see the list of S object, then list of S object is, they see like it's a new concept. It's not a new concept. Only the data type is changed. Okay, that's what the basic foundation. If you like to be strong in foundation, then be strong in the basics syntax of the list. So list says list of data type and list name, and we allocate memory. Okay, forget about the whether it's a primitive or S object type. Okay, you just consider this some data type. So every elements in this list is going to be of the type you mentioned here. It can be of integer, string, or object type. So if it is an integer, then every element that you are going to add into this list is going to be of integer value. If it is a list of string, every element that you are going to add into this list is going to be of that particular type, string type or decimal type. Now what is the list type here? The list type is here account type, account record, right? It's account. So how will you specify one account record? Account A1. So this I will refer one account record. Am I right? So account A1 equal to new account. So this is one account record. Account A2 new. That's how we'll do it, right? So how will you give the value for the account record? A1 name, like this you will give the value for the field in the account. Similarly, A2 people follow this. So this is how we create the account record. So now this is a variable A1. A1 is of what type? Account type. So what type of element I can add into this list? I can add this variable. I can add this variable because this is a value. This value contains the account record, and this is a variable of what type? Account type. So I can only add account record in this collection. I can only add account record in this collection. I cannot add a string or integer value here. Okay, if it is a list of integer, I can add integer, but now it's a list of account. So we should only add an account data type and value of account data type. So how we are going to add element to this list? We have add method accounts dot add. Got me? Here you're going to pass element, right? So what element I can pass? A1 accounts, A2. If we go to this, so now every element is going to be of account type. Whatever elements you are going to add here in this list is going to be of account type. A1 is nothing but account type variable. A2 is account. So we need to insert one. We can only insert an account record here. So it's going to have a collections of account records. It's going to have a collections of account records. People got this? People go to this. What I'm doing? I'm doing different format, right? We already know this. Okay, with comma separated, I can also go with this format also. So instead of going with multiple lines here in one line, I can create one account record. So this is a variable, right? We are not inserted data into the database. It's a variable still. So how we are going to add into this list? Accounts dot add A3. So we're going to execute this. So let's do this in anonymous window. So declared one list, created 2 account records added, and again added 1 more account records, then finally displaying this. Okay, so it gives output like this. The developer console may not display all the values that are inserted if it goes beyond the limit. Okay, I just inserted three account records, so I'm able to get the value. right? So array. So array start from bracket, and every element is comma separated, right? Hope you all know how this element will be stored into the memory location. How this element will be stored? So the element, the first element will be there in the index 1. So this will be in index 0, sorry, not 1, in 0, 1, and 2. So there are 3 elements, right? It's indexed. So basically, so now people are good with this. So let's declare an array of contact. Sorry, list of, declare list of contact and add 3 records into it. Okay, so list of contact So what type of element I can add? A contact record. We will go to this contact 2. Contact 3. So I created 3 contact records here. Okay, so I will insert into the list contacts dot add C1 contacts dot add C2. Right.
Ranjit, can we add C1, C2, C3 for ID?
How can you add? The method, how the method is defined, the method can accept only one argument. It's not can we add, it depends upon the method definition you have to go, right? The method is defined like that. You need to pass only one argument.
Okay.
Okay, so what will happen when you do this? So memory will be allocated in this format. It's indexed. Every element is indexed, right? Fine. Okay. Right. So before I move, do the further, exercise on other methods like get method, remove, and all, we'll see how to do the static initialization of your list. When I say static initialization, people might have remember, all of you, how did we do static initialization for your array? When you declare the array, I can initialize some value, right? How do you do this? This is a format we follow. Okay, static initialization. In the case of array, that's how they did the static initialization. It means if we know the data to be data that needs to be inserted into the array, if you know the data already, to be inserted into the array, then while declaring array itself, we initialize the array with the value. So what is the format? Your regular array declaration and then open braces, close braces. Okay. So the similar way you can also declare your list. Declare your list, static initialization of the list. Okay. So same things I'm going to declare as a list here. Okay. So in the case of list, how we are going to do this? Listen, list of string cities new list of string. So only array will have a open and close bracket, open and close bracket, square bracket, right? And what you are going to do, you're going to just open the braces next to the class name, just open the braces and do the and initialize the value. That's all. So this is your static initialization of your list. Okay, I know the data already to be a part of list. While declaring the list, then you can also initialize the list while declaring itself with the value. So what is the format? We don't use constructor here. We don't use a constructor method here. Just open braces, closed flower braces, and initialize the value. So why we use single quotes? Because it's a list of string. It's a list of string. Open braces, close braces. Whatever, right? We will go do this. Okay, so we're also going to see how to do the static initialization of your account. Okay, suppose our contact, whatever S object, I have a records already like this, a contact record. So declare a list of contact with 3 contact records. So I have 3 contact records here. What I'm going to do? I'm going to do the static initialization. List of contact. How do you start? Open and close braces. C1 comma C2 comma C3. Got me? So 3 records are added. Okay. Right. Fine with this, all of you? Everyone is good with this format? Declare the list of opportunities with 5 records. Okay. So we're going to create opportunity. OPT list. You know how to give the dates, right? Okay, so there are 5 opportunity records. I can also do like this also, right? 30 days from today is a close date. Okay, and suppose you have any particular date, then what you will do? Date dot new instance, then have a year here, year here, and date here, month, date. Like I have 5 opportunity records here. So now I'm going to add into an opportunity list of opportunity OPP list equal to new. While you declare it and go with the add method, or else I can also go with this method also. You will go to this. In case I'm going to add one more record, one more element to this list, what you will do? You just, okay, my requirement here, add one opportunity record into OPP list. So what I'm doing now, I'm creating one opportunity record here. And then I'm going to add here. I will go to add OPP list dot add OP6. Okay, people could do this, right? Let's proceed with the how to process the list of S object with to understand the other methods. Okay, how to process the list. So now I have 6 records into this collection. OPP list has 6 opportunity record. Now the OPP list has 6 opportunity record finally. Got me? Because we also added one more record in addition to the 5 records we initialized. Okay, so now I need get the first opportunity record. I need the first opportunity record from OPP list. So every further exercise we are going to do with the OPP list only. We got OPP list here. So every exercise 1, 2, 3, every below this OPP list is going to be against your OPP list one. So get the first opportunity record from OPP list. So how to get the first opportunity record? How to get the first element, right? You should think in this, not think in the object list of S object format. It's just a list, that's all. How to get the element from the list? That's the question. How to get the element from the list? Using get method. We pass index here. Got me? So which record I'm looking for? The first record. So 0 index. So which list I'm looking for? OPP list dot. So from this list, I need the first element. Okay. I need a first element. So what is the first element? Every element is going to be opportunity type. So where I can store this? If I like to store this into, right? If you like to display in the log, what you will do? System dot debug. Got me? So let's take this, the whole thing, and display it in the exit in the anonymous window. By opportunity record. Okay, and added one more opportunity record, and now the requirement is get the first opportunity element and display it in the log. So only the first opportunity record is displayed. Okay. So what is the type opportunity? Because the list is nothing but it's of opportunity type. The list is of opportunity type. So my requirement is now get the third opportunity record and store it into another variable. I need to store it into another variable. OBP list dot get. So which element I need from the list? Third element. Third element is nothing but index 2. So what it's going to return? This list contains opportunity element, right? So I can store it into opportunity variable. It will follow this. I'm going to store it into opportunity variable. So opportunity opt1. So this is going to return one record. So I'm going to store it into a variable of an opportunity type. This variable can only store only one opportunity record. Am I right? Okay. Get the name of the first opportunity record and display in log. Right. So from the opportunity record, the first opportunity record, it means the first element in the list, OBP list. I just need the name alone. Okay. In this exercise, what we did, we just display the whole record. The same exercise, it being extended to get the name from the record, not the whole record, get the name from the record. So listen how we are going to do. OPP list get, this how will get the first opportunity record. Got me? So I just store into one variable, and then if I have the opportunity record, I will refer the name, I will refer the field in the opportunity just with the dot notation. Okay. So I can display this, display in the log. People go do this. So execute this, I can display in the log. Okay. Right. I just get the first element and display it. So get the name of the first account opportunity record. So name of the first opportunity record. Instead of this, I can also do like this also, right? System dot debug. Here we store into one variable, and then from that variable we refer the field. Is this fine? This way also I can do. Opportunity list, get the first record. What we did, we store into variable and refer this, right? So we can save some statement here, right? We can save a statement one line, and just do like this. So this will return one opportunity record. So this syntax will return one opportunity record. From the opportunity record, I get only the name. We will follow this. Is that clear too? Get the stage name of third opportunity record display in the log. Okay, so get the stage name of the third opportunity record from the OPP list. So this is my list. How to get the third element from the list? Get method. The third element is index 2. Got me? So this is going to return one opportunity record. This is going to return one opportunity record. Everyone is able to follow? So where I can store this opportunity? I can store like this. Okay, and what I need now, I need a stage field. So opti 2 dot stage name. Okay, so my requirement is store it into a, display it into a log. That's it, right? Either you go like this or else send dot debug. Okay, so instead of storing into another variable, this is going to return one opportunity record. Then from the opportunity record, I just need only stage name. Yes, yeah, I hope everyone is able to follow this, and we'll get the amount of first opportunity record and the fourth opportunity record and sum up them into another variable. I'm going to store into another variable. Okay, get the amount of first opportunity record and fourth one and sum up both of them into another decimal variable, because amount you are going to refer it in your Apex environment by using decimal variable, right? Okay, you'll follow this. Okay, see, maybe before I go in this exercise, get the name of, okay, the second opportunity record and store into another variable. So what do you do? OPP list dot get second opportunity record referred by index name. Got me? Name. You can go with any cases just for a naming convention. Okay, so like this, then we are going to store into another variable. So we are not going to store account record. We are going to store only a name field in the account record. So name is nothing but a string value, right? I can do like this. Is a string value. Got me? If I need to get the stage name of the second opportunity, you again store it into string. If I need a amount, get the amount of the second opportunity record and store into another variable. What you will do? Decimal dot amount. We will go to this. Everyone is follow this. Okay. Now the requirement is get the opportunity of first opportunity record, amount of first opportunity and fourth opportunity, and sum of both of them. So what are you going to do? Decimal The first one 0 amount. Fourth one 3. I'm going to sum up into another variable. Like this. Okay. Right. We process a list of S object now one by one. Right. We take a hard-coded value, hard-coded index value, and refer the element in the list. Right. Now we are going to see looping. Right. When you say looping, there are two for loop we have. One is traditional for loop. Okay, traditional for loop. This is the one we have seen. We use this traditional for loop to process your arrays and all. Okay, using traditional for loop. For example, display the opportunity record from OPP list. So this again, with your OPP list only. We'll take one example and try to understand the concepts. Okay, right. So display the opportunity record one by one in the log from OPP list. So using traditional for loop, how will you do? You will declare a variable here. The counter variable initialize the counter, exit condition. Okay, exit condition. So till what index I need to run this? The last index. So what is the last index? The index minus the size of the list. We know how to get the size of the list, right? OPP list dot size. So this is a size method. Size method you have seen, right? We already seen how to get the size of the list. So size method is there to get the total element in the list. Okay, then increment. So my requirement is to display the opportunity in the log one by one. So what are you going to display? The opportunity. Okay, so I will get one opportunity record by referring the index dot get. I have to pass I here. That's it. So every iteration, every looping, the index will be replaced here. The index will be resolved here. So get 0, the record will display, and again incremented. We'll verify the exit condition. If it is true, then it goes here, and then we get the record in the log. Have you got this? So display the opportunity record one by one. Display the opportunity record one by one in the log using traditional for loop. Okay, so the traditional for loop is actually a for loop format which we are using in different many programming framework, many programming languages, follow this traditional for loop. Okay, where we have a variable declare initialization, counter initialization, and then check the exit condition and increment the variable. So first time it initializes 0, and then it check the condition. If it is true, then go inside, then increment it. So next time, first time it will not increment the variable, it go with the whatever variable you initialized, then again increment and check the exit condition. Like this it continues, right? Okay, so it adds some process here. Okay, it increments the counter and check the exit condition. That process it does every iteration. Okay, and Salesforce has provided a new format of looping, a for loop. In addition to the traditional for loop, the Apex also support traditional for loop. In addition to that, they also provided another for loop syntax, which is called for each loop. For each loop, okay. This is a traditional for loop. This is called for each loop. So what is the syntax of your for each loop? For keyword. So this is a method. This is a place where you write your logic, right? So open and close braces. Okay. So now we have a difference here. We have only two parameter here, not semicolon. Colon will give. Okay. In the right side, what collection you are going to iterate? What collection you are going to iterate? So here we iterate OPP list, right? So I'd like to display the same, the same the requirement I'm going to handle using for each loop. So syntax, we are discussing the syntax now. Here I can refer list name, okay, and what is the data type of the list? That is going to be declared as a variable here, okay, and here, so body of your logic, okay, right. See here, we'll see the example now. So this is an example I would like to do it using for each loop. We will consider this. Listen here, right? How we are going to write this? For, okay. So what is my list name? OPP list. Okay. We know like this OPP list is nothing but a list of opportunity. This OPP list is nothing but list of opportunity. So this is my OPP list. Oops. Okay, we know OPP, each of these element is opportunity record. Okay, just for a reference, I put a note here, but it's a continuous example we are talking about, right? We just took a OPP list in the beginning and we are working out all the exercise below it to understand in one example. Okay, simplest way to refer one example. You can understand the concept of list of S object. Okay, so for the note I given here. So this is a list we are going to iterate. I need to display every opportunity record in the log one by one. So what is the data type of the list? Opportunity. So that is a variable you are going to declare here. A variable of list type. The variable of list type. So opportunity, whatever variable, the name you can give. So how will you declare a variable normally? Integer I, string S, right? The decimal salary. So this is a variable declaration. It's a variable declaration, and right side you have a list. Okay, so how it is going to work? How it's going to work? How it's going to iterate? We do not have a exit condition. We do not have an increment operator here, but still this will work like your traditional for loop. How it is going to work? I just explain here. Iteration 1, it means the first looping. In the case of traditional for loop, what happens? The first looping, it initialize 0 and check the exit condition, then go inside the body of the method. So what is going to have? That's the first iteration, right? So iteration 1, I referred here as iteration 1. So in iteration 1, what's going to happen? The variable op1, okay, in other words, OPP list, an element from OPP list, the first element is 0 index, right? The first element 0 index will move to OP1, OP. So basically it's going to happen like this, get. So automatically in iteration 1, the first element will be copied to OP1 and then it goes to the body of the method. Suppose I go here, I have a system.debug. So to display the opportunity record, what I have to put here? Just OP. Because in the first iteration, the OP is going to have the first element. Got me? So what about in the second iteration? Again, the OP will have the next element in the list. So it continues. Okay. So the first iteration, it will display the record OP1. And again, it goes, and the iteration 2, the second element will copy to OP1, and then it display. Then again it go and takes the third element OP3 and copy here and the display. So the loop continues. When the loop will exit, when the last element is processed, the loop will exit. So it automatically happens. We are not going to perform any incrementing, counter incrementing, okay? And no, those incrementing the counter, initializing the counter and all, we are not going to do this. So it might be faster, right? Compared to your traditional for loop, it works faster because we don't increment. It's an inbuilt functionality where every iteration it takes one element from this collection and copy to this variable here. So when one element from the collection is copied to the variable that you declare here, then that variable should be of what type? The same list type. You cannot have here string or integer or account or contact. Okay, whatever the type of the list you have, you just have to refer that list type and declare a variable of list type. That's all. It's clear to all of you? Everyone is clear? All of you is clear with this concept for each loop, how it works?
So the variable should be of the type object.
Exactly, right? When one element is copied to left side variable every time, because right, every time, every looping, it takes one element and copy here, then go to the body. Then it's your choice how to process that value. Okay, suppose I need to display only name, op.name. I need to sum up the value, amount, then sum up it. So it's your choice to process the element inside. Okay, that's our own logic. But how the for loop syntax will work? List name and the variable. That's it. It is not possible to force the condition. No, we cannot. We cannot force the condition. You can have if condition, and only if condition is met, execute the logic, then don't execute, right? That way you can do it. Got me? If condition, you have if condition outside the for loop, no, we don't declare outside the for loop. I never tried also, ma, Vijay. This is a format you follow. I never tried declaring a variable outside. Okay, right. Okay, so these are all just a try and do also, right? These type of things, just you can try and see whether what its system is allowed or not. Okay, but this is a format syntax we follow. Okay, I hope everyone is clear with the for each loop concept. Okay, so I'm just going to display this, run this. So this is a traditional for loop. Okay, so this is my for each loop. I just separate this both. So both does the same thing. Both does the same thing. Okay. So traditional for loop, you need to take care of exiting it properly, else it goes to the infinite loop or right. But here it takes care of everything, right? So it just take one element and copy here and go to the body. Take one element, copy here and to the body, right? That's how it works. So for each loop, okay, for each loop. right? We will go to this. Okay, so we lost the uh, example here. I just copy this and we'll do some further exercise using for each loop here. So this is my opportunity. Okay. Okay. So display the opportunity record one by one in the log. Okay. Right. For OPP list left side just the data type of the list. OP, right? Display the option name of all the records in the log for colon right side list name, left side the variable of the list type, right? So every time the OP is going to have one opportunity record, right? Every time the OP is going to have one opportunity record. So OP.name will display the name of the opportunity. Standard debug. We will go to this. Display the opportunity name only if amount is greater than 5,000. Okay. So what are you going to do? Display the opportunity name only if amount is greater than 5,000. Right? Right side is a list. So what are you going to have? We're going to check the amount. OP dot amount is greater than 5,000. If it is only greater than 5,000, then display what? Opportunity name. We will go to this. All of you. Okay. Display the opportunity name only if the opportunity is close to 1. Only if the opportunity is close to 1. Okay. I need to display the opportunity only if it is a closed one. So how will you find out the opportunity is closed one or closed or open? We have a stage name double equal closed one. Did you go to this? Okay. So closed one or closed last. Either of these, right? I need a closed opportunity. That's all. I need to display the closed opportunity, not only closed one, even if it is closed last also. So how will you add a or condition? Pipe symbol, op dot stage name double equal close last. We will go to this. So one example we have taken, we are trying to understand other Okay, only if the opportunity is not closed. Okay, whatever opportunity is not closed closed, then I need to display all the opportunities which is not closed. So how will you do this? So not equal to closed one. Okay, not equal to closed one, and not equal to closed last. Okay, only if it is not equal to closed, then display all the opportunity name in the log. Got me? Right, now I need to sum up all the opportunity amount and store it into another variable. Okay, sum up all the opportunity amount. So how will you do this? For each loop, right? What are you going to do now? We are going to sum up. Okay, so op dot amount you are going to sum up. Every iteration you are going to sum up the amount value. So we are going to sum up into another variable, right? People go to this. So now total equal to total plus OPP amount. Okay, then if you want, then finally you can display that value as well. People go to this. People go to this. All the examples what you covered today. Any question?
Sir, can you show me the last one, sir? Recent one, latest one.
Yes, no.
No, this one.
Get the amount value, add to this, and again the second record, copy here and get the amount. Previously added some amount, right? Along with this, you're adding some more amount. So it goes an iteration, right? You have to go with the like this only, right? When you display, when you do this in your other list of integer, list of string also, list of integer, list of decimal, you'll sum up. It works the same way. Okay. The for each loop is not only for your S object record. The for each loop is also applicable for your primitive type also. Okay. We are going to continue tomorrow with more examples. I'll upload some exercise for this. Okay. Try to complete the exercise, whatever loaded, whatever uploaded in the chatter tab. Okay, I hope we go step by step only. I believe we go step by step only, so people can able to follow the notepad and do the exercise on yourself. Okay, it's very user friendly exercise we have taken. Got me? There's no complexity, so don't think that as a complex example. Just go one by one. Try to complete all the exercise before I continue the list tomorrow. Okay, people are good with this, the concept. Okay, see you all tomorrow then.
Ranjit, hello.
Yes, go ahead now.
So under collection, we have covered a list. So remaining is a map and set, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. See you all tomorrow. Take care.